Good morning, and welcome back to another Saturday Somm-things with Mott's. Hi, I'm Mott's, and as you can see, today is Argonaut Hawaiian Shirt Saturday, and of course, I have to represent the Packers tomorrow. They play the Bears, and we know who's going to win. But before we get into my guest and these amazing wines, I wanted to tell everybody out in TV land that we will be tasting these wines today at Argonaut at the wine desk at 3 o'clock, and we will have cheeses and meats from Boar's Head. So it's a completely free event. You can meet our director of wedding and all things wonderful events, Cami Schaefer, at the wine desk at 3 o'clock. And if you come down and talk a little wedding, she'll give you a 10% discount on whatever you book. So 3 o'clock, Argonaut wine desk today. It's all free. On with the show. Today I have a very special guest. His name is Joshua Bell, not to be confused with the violinist Joshua Bell.
Or the baseball player.
That's true. And he's the regional sales manager for Rodney Strong Vineyards out of Sonoma, California. So, Josh, take it away.
Oh, thank you very
Welcome to the
much.
table.
Appreciate it. And unfortunately, I did not get the Hawaiian shirt Saturday memo,
That's
so
okay.
I'm not all floral, but excited to be here. So thank you very much.
Good. Welcome.
So just a little bit about Rodney Strong. Rodney Strong is a Sonoma County all the way through and through from its inception. A winery that was started in 1959 by our namesake, Rodney Strong. And from the time that he purchased the winery, he truly was a pioneer in the wine industry for Sonoma County. Really played a massive part in sort of the shaping and evolution of all things that are currently now in Sonoma County. Just to provide a little bit of context on what I'm talking about, he was the very first winemaker to plant Chardonnay in Chalk Hill. He did that in 1965, so almost 20 years before it became its own AVA. He was part of the group in Russian River to go in and start planting Pinot Noir. A group of winemakers got in there in the late 60s. Again, well ahead of when that AVA was created. So Rodney Strong himself owned and managed the winery for 30 years. And in 1989, it was sold to the Klein family, who are the current owners now. And since the Klein family has took over, we've just seen this wonderful evolution and growth in the winery. And our new head of winemaking, Justin Seidenfeld, is really poised to be taking the things from Rodney Strong to the next level. And we're super, super excited about everything that's going on.
Okay, first wine. This
First
beautiful
wine,
rosé.
yeah,
Beautiful.
wonderful. Great little rosé that we do. This is I want to say the fourth or fifth vintage of rosé that we've produced from Rodney Strong. We were a little late in coming to the game on this one. The reason being is that our winemaker truly does nothing without meticulous and just wanting to do the very, very best with everything that he does. So he actually spent some time out in Provence working with them to make sure that when we were bringing a rosé to the table, it had that classic old world style about it.
I like it.
Another wonderful thing I like to talk about with this wine is that we are 100% Pinot Noir. So an absolutely amazing pedigree when you're talking about a wine of this caliber, and bright, refreshing, and absolutely perfect for these last few months of warm afternoons. We can take advantage of that patio time. Yeah.
You get strawberries, you get honeysuckle, you get a little bit of rhubarb, but it's dry, it's crisp. It's my first time tasting it, and I'm pretty impressed. And Miss Sheila is on holiday, but she still put these on sale for everybody. So definitely come on down. This is beautiful. Gazpacho, a little spicy salsa I'd pair this with.
Absolutely, yeah. Shellfish for sure, all day long. Anything. We love sitting at the bar and enjoying it with some raw oysters. It's that acidity. I think that acidity on the end of this wine just brings it into perfect balance.
I like it.
Yeah.
And next is this beautiful Chardonnay.
Yeah, so this is the Chalk
Wow.
Hill Chardonnay. And as I was saying earlier, Chalk Hill is a really important area within Sonoma County for Chardonnay production. Some of the best Chardonnays are coming out of that area.
Mhm.
And what makes Chalk Hill so special is the soil itself.
Yeah.
It's got this white component to it. Actually looks like chalk has been dusted all over the soil. And what that does with Chardonnay is it really maintains this leanness to it. So
Mhm.
we've got a Chardonnay here that's 100% 14 months in oak, malolactic
Yes,
fermentation,
I can
but
taste
it's
that.
still tremendous balance
Right.
and wonderful mouthfeel. Absolutely not a flabby type of Chardonnay at all. Something similar that you would be finding out of Burgundy, I
Sure.
think, is really where what I like to talk about with our Chardonnay.
It's dry, it's refreshing, it's creamy, it's like you said, it's balanced, and I'm getting some butterscotch. I'm getting a little toasted hazelnuts and some lemon curd. It's just so nice,
Yeah.
and at a great price too. I
Absolutely. I mean,
can't
that's one of
stress
the
that
great
enough.
things. I mean, Rodney Strong and the winery getting into this area when we did, we still own almost 90 acres
Yeah,
of the 1,000 that's planted. So we are able to maintain wonderful price points and just tremendous quality. And that's,
right.
part of our winemaking philosophy is really to listen to the land and let the land speak,
Mhm.
but also making sure that we incorporate great balance in all the wines that we're producing.
And we have to give kudos not only to the winemaker Justin, but Greg and Olivia as well, because
Absolutely.
they
Yeah.
know their craft and it's really showing in these wines, which brings us to number three, Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir, one of America's most favorite varietals. Russian River Pinot Noir, absolutely
Okay.
fantastic area to grow the wine. We are really excited because we feel like this Pinot Noir being grown down on the valley floor really allows for some extra warmth, a little bit warmer climate for
Mhm.
Pinot Noir. So you're going to get this really nice tart, bright
Right.
cherry on the front of this. But because of that warmer climate fruit, you get sort of this kind of savory component. It adds a little bit of
Yeah,
weight in the mid palate here, which I think really is a nice complement
I
to
like it.
what Pinot Noir normally brings to the table. And I give you hats off for rattling off the names of our winemakers because
Mats does his homework,
Justin is the lead, but Greg and Olivia and everyone on our
right?
winemaking team does an absolutely phenomenal
And
job
it
in
shows.
everything they do. Yes.
What I would do with this, Josh, and for the viewers out there, because it is so hot right now in Denver, I would put a slight chill on this Pinot Noir.
Absolutely. I think with some of the lighter bodied reds, you can
Mhm.
actually get away with putting, and I don't know if I would chill it to the
No,
degree
no,
of
just
white wines,
give it a little
but
edge.
just a mild little something
Right,
something
right.
will really complement that wine
Yeah, you're
well
you're
in that light
tasting
body.
right the cranberries and the cocoa
Mm.
and the plums are just really integrated. And I could pair this with the steak. It's that good.
Yeah, you definitely do get some of that weight from
Right.
this wine for
But
sure.
that leads us to the last one
And
that I
this one
would
is the
definitely
meatiest, yeah. And
pair
so
with steak. Right.
we are very much a Cabernet focused winery, but I chose the Knights Valley
Mm,
because I think it's just such a wonderful and unique wine.
yeah.
The area of Knights Valley is this super cool microclimate,
Gorgeous.
kind of
Gorgeous.
tucked down in this bowl, and it just creates these wonderfully seductive, silky Cabernets that
Right.
got
Right.
tremendous grit and tremendous power, but they're not going to just bulldoze you. They're
Yeah.
really going to kind of waltz their way over your palate.
I like that.
And you've got, just because it's so hot, right,
Hmm.
down there, and because the soil drains so much, these grapes have to work and they create this really sturdy skin and tannic
Right.
structure that I just brings everything in tremendous balance. Nothing is overdone, but it's such a wonderfully seductive Cabernet
It is.
expression coming out of California. And
And
very few producers are still offering a Knights Valley appellated
right.
Cabernet. So something that I like to point out gives us a little point of difference.
And all of these wines are sustainably farmed. And this
Yes.
Cabernet, I'm getting some beautiful notes of tobacco, anise, black currant, red currant,
Mm.
chocolate mocha. It screams
Yeah.
for ribs and steak. Tonight I'm making world famous Moroccan chicken.
What
And
time's dinner?
oh, 6 o'clock. So any of these wines I think would pair beautifully with that steak, chops, or even on its own.
Yeah.
You could put a slight chill on this too.
Yeah, no, this is a great Cabernet.
It really
It
is.
pairs well with a lot of different dishes, but also drinks nicely on its
Yes.
own. So,
And this is a true experience. And Josh, I can't thank you enough for
well, thank you, Mats,
coming
and
to the table.
everybody from Argonaut.
Right.
Appreciate it.
And we're going to see everybody today at 3 o'clock at the wine desk so you
there you
can
go.
taste these wines as
Come on
well.
down.
So Josh, thank you and
Thank you.
cheers.
Cheers.